So, welcome to our Kundalini yoga class tonight. We will be doing a stress set for the adrenals and kidneys. And this is a powerful practice that's great for the glandular system and the adrenal glands and kidneys, and helps to invigorate us, increase our energy capacity so we have a strong reserve and can get through the day without turning to things like coffee, stimulants, sugar. So this set aims to reduce stress and help us to have better stress management and better immune function, improve hormone balance, and I really love this set. So we will start by tuning in, and so just sitting with a tall spine and creating some heat in the palms, and bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center, and taking in a deep cleansing breath here, holding the breath, and releasing the breath, inhaling to begin the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sivi Guru Deve Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Taking in a deep breath, holding the breath here for a moment. And releasing the breath and relaxing the hands down. And we're going to start here with a 3-minute breath of fire, 1 minute in 3 different postures. I lost my music here. Okay, so the first one, we're going to come into heart center opener. Shoulders back, lifting the chest. Chest out, chin in, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, and we'll begin the first minute, panting like a dog through the nose. Energy in the body, oxygenating the blood, good for the thymus gland, immune system here. And continuing breath of fire in prayer pose, up over the head, stretching up to the sky, interlocking the thumbs together. Continuing breath of fire. Powerfully pumping the navel. Continuing breath of fire, bring the hands down, prayer pose at the heart center, last minute. Pressing the palms in firmly towards each other. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel, consolidating the energy, holding the breath, squeezing from the root to the crown. And exhale, just relaxing the palms down to the knees. Just breathing naturally here, just feeling the effect of that breath of fire. And here we're going to begin to warm up the spine with spinal flexus. So we're going to do it with the palms on the knees. So shoulders are relaxed. Inhaling the heart forward, exhaling, rounding the spine back, stretching between the shoulders. Just moving with the breath here for a minute. The eyelids are closed down and we're focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows in Shambhavi Mudra. It's an eye mudra to calm and still the mind. Exhalation, inhaling back to center, deep breath in, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock again, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel, consolidating, and relax. And here we're going to bring the hands up to the shoulders and come into spinal twist for a minute. So fingers in front, thumbs in back, arms parallel to the mat. We'll inhale, twist to the left, exhale, twist to the right. With a powerful breath here for 1 minute. Exhalation, just coming back to center, relaxing the hands down on the knees. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock again, squeezing the energy from the base of the spine to the top of the head, holding the breath. And releasing the breath. And from here, coming into Sufi grind. So making big circles here. Inhaling, coming back to the right. Exhaling around, forward left. Stretching the spine. Massaging the internal organs here. center and reversing direction. Inhaling back to the left, exhaling around forward right. Just moving with the breath, big circles here. Back to center with a deep breath in. Holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock again, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel, consolidating. And release the breath, relaxing down. And here we're going to come into life nerves stretch with the legs stretched out in front. I'll go to the side here. So the feet are flexed. We're going to inhale, stretch up to the sky, exhale, hinging forward from the hips. So grabbing the toes, ankles, shins, or knees. And we're just going to inhale up, exhale down with a powerful breath here for a minute. It's good for the sciatic nerve. Inhaling up, exhaling, folding forward here, holding the breath out here briefly. And inhaling back up into life nerve stretch with the legs spread wide. So the feet are flexed and we're going to grab the knees, shins, or toes and continue. Inhaling center, exhaling to one side, inhaling center, exhaling to the opposite side. So powerful breath here for a minute. Inhaling back to center, deep breath in. Exhaling, folding forward. Holding the breath out here briefly. And inhaling back up, and we're going to come onto the heels, sitting on the heels in rock pose for the next two postures. You don't have to be in rock pose. Easy pose is fine for these two. But the first posture we're going to come into sitting bends for a minute. So interlacing the fingers behind the head. We're going to inhale here, exhale forehead to the mat or towards the mat. So just moving with the breath, 1 minute, inhaling up, exhaling down. Coming back up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel. Creating that hydraulic lock, squeezing the energy from the root to the crown, holding the breath. And exhale, relaxing, releasing the arms. And we're going to interlace the fingers like we do for Sat Kriya. So interlacing the fingers with the index fingers out, crossing the thumbs, and stretching up to the sky as if we're going to do Sat Kriya. And we're just going to come into a minute of breath of fire here. So focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, powerfully pumping the navel. 1 minute. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, stretching up to the sky, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And exhale, just relaxing, releasing the hands, just sweeping the aura, magnetic field. And then just coming to rest the hands in the lap just for a moment. Breathing naturally, just feeling the effect of all the exercises we've done so far. Our warm up, and then we're going to come into our Kriya for today, and it's the stress set for the adrenals and kidneys. And we start off here coming into easy pose, and this posture will be a powerful breath. So we're going to join the hands together in Lotus Mudra. So the base of the palms, the pinky tips, and the thumbs touching. So Lotus Mudra, like that. And we started Lotus Mudra at the heart center. Then we're going to inhale, press out, exhale, come back, hit the palms together. We want to create a little hit there. And the pinkies and thumbs. So we're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So this is a pretty intense breath. So if you need to rest at any time, just feel free to rest. But if you can, we'll be here for 2 minutes, just keeping the focus up here. So coming into Lotus Mudra, inhaling out, exhaling back. Letting the base of the palms hit. We're strengthening our aura, our electromagnetic field here. Our radiance, our projection. Powerful breath. Halfway. Last 30 seconds. bringing the hands back together in Lotus Mudra, fingers spread wide apart, inhaling deeply. Holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And exhale, just relaxing the hands down, just taking a couple of rounds of breath here before we move into the next posture. We're going to take our pinkies and join our pinkies together, interlock the pinky fingers together. The other fingers are going to be down on the pads of the palms, and the thumbs are going to be up. So we're going to pull the pinky fingers, thumbs up here. So bringing it down in front of the solar plexus, and we're going to keep a steady pull for the full 2 minutes while we come into breath of fire. So just feeling the pull across the back, and this generates heat and works on one side of the adrenals. So we'll begin powerful breath of fire here, tall spine, keeping that constant pull. Keeping that firm pull, feeling it in the upper back, across the shoulders. Last minute, powerful breath of fire. Inhaling deeply, pulling firmly apart, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock. And exhale, releasing the hands down to the knees here. Just taking a couple rounds of breath, feeling the effects of that last posture that we did. And we'll get ready to come into the next one. And here we're going to remain in easy pose and come into cannon breath. This works the other side of the adrenal gland. So this is breath of fire through rounded lips. So it's through the mouth, powerful breath of fire. So we're going to be here for 2 minutes, breath of fire through rounded lips. Feeling that massage in the adrenals, feeling that energy we're creating here. Last minute, powerful breath of fire through cannon breath through the mouth. last 20 seconds here. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, squeezing Mulband root lock. And exhale. Just breathing naturally here, feeling the energy flow in the body. So here we're going to remain in easy pose, keeping the spine straight. And we're going to take our left hand and bring it around back to the kidney area so the palm is facing away from the body, so the back of the hand is resting over the kidneys here. And the right hand is going to come up parallel to the ground or the mat, and fingers pointing up, and we're going to powerfully chant the mantra HUD here for 2 minutes. So powerfully pulling in the navel as we chant HUD, and eyes are open for this one. HUD, 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 HUD. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Squeeze root lock. And exhale, just relaxing the hands down, breathing naturally here. From here, we're going to come into body drops in lotus. So the full posture is lotus pose, bringing the feet up on top of the upper thighs and lifting up and dropping down. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes. So if that's not in your practice today, you can come into easy pose and lift up and drop down, or you can rock up and drop down. We just want to stimulate the energy at the base of the spine, our Kundalini energy. So any of those options, and we will begin a couple minutes of body drops. So inhaling up, exhaling down. last minute here. Down, taking in a deep breath, holding the breath, squeezing Mulabandha root lock, and relax. We'll come back into easy pose, and here we're going to place the hands in front of the solar plexus. So the left palm is going to be on bottom, the right palm resting on the back of the left wrist, and we're going to keep a firm push. We're going to push the left into the right here, right in front of the solar plexus, and we're going to be looking down and coming into long, deep breathing for a couple minutes, keeping that constant pressure. The base of the right hand is pressing into the back of the left wrist. Eye gaze is down. Powerful inhale, powerful exhale. The power of the breath is the depth to which we will cleanse here. Full inhalation, full exhalation. So last minute here, slowing and deepening the breath here. Keeping that constant pressure. Deeply, holding the breath, squeezing root lock. Exhale, just relaxing down. Just taking a couple of long, deep breaths here. And from here, we're going to come extending the legs out in front, and the feet are flexed. And this next posture, we're bringing the fingertips to the pads of the palms, and the thumbs are going to be up, and we're going to inhale forward, exhale back. So you'll feel this in your kidneys, and we'll be here for 2 minutes with a powerful breath, keeping the arms parallel to the mat. So last minute here. And after your next exhalations, relaxing the hands down by your side. Just taking a deep breath in. Holding the breath, squeezing Mulband root lock. And exhale, relax. And we're going to come onto the back here for this next posture. And we'll be coming into pelvic lifts. So coming onto the back, either holding onto the heels or pressing the palms into the mat. We're lifting the hips up high, exhaling back down. So just moving with the breath here, pressing up as high as you can. So last minute here. Inhaling, pressing up as high as you can, holding the posture briefly. And slowly exhaling back down to the mat. And we're just going to roll up and down a couple times on the spine, and we're going to roll up and come into a modified cat-cow. So we're going to come onto the hands and knees, dropping the belly down into a cow, lifting the chest and chin. And we're going to inhale, right leg up, exhale, rounding the spine into cat, bringing the knee towards the forehead. So we'll do a minute with each leg. Feeling the energy these postures are creating, the kidneys. Inhaling that right leg back, hold the breath, hold the posture here. And exhaling that right knee back down. And switching legs, a minute with the left leg, coming into cow, extending that left leg back on the inhale, exhaling into cat, bringing the knee towards the forehead. Inhaling, extending that left leg back, holding the breath, holding the posture. And exhaling, coming back into rock pose. And coming this next posture, we're going to have the thumbs up, fingertips on the pads of the palms, the arms out in front, forearms on the mat. We're going to start off sitting here, and we're going to inhale up over the thumbs, exhaling back down. So inhaling up, exhaling down. I'm going to be here for 2 minutes. Keeping the chin up so you feel it in your low back. Keeping the chin high. Putting pressure in the low back. Feeling it in the adrenals, kidneys. Less than a minute left. Slowly coming up out of the posture. We're going to come back onto the back here and just bringing the knees to the chest and just rocking up and down on the spine or side to side on the spine. From here, we're just going to come onto the back for total relaxation in Shavasana. And after Shavasana, we'll do a short mantra, the Humee Hum Brahm Hum mantra. Deeply relaxing here. fingers and the toes. And rotating the wrists and the ankles. Rubbing the palms together and the soles of the feet together, making the palms really hot. And placing those warm palms over closed eyes. Just opening the eyes into the palms, gazing into the palms as you raise them up away from the face. And just bringing the arms out into a T, doing a little cat stretch side to side. And then just rolling up into easy pose, and we'll come into the Humee Hum Brahm Hum mantra before we close the class. So we'll be here for about 3 minutes. And the mantra Humee Hum Brahm Hum. Humee Hum is we are we, Brahm Hum, creator are we. So creator and creation are one. So we're going to come back into Lotus Mudra like we started this set with, joining the base of the palms, pinkies and thumbs together with a wide open lotus flower representing the open heart lotus here. So sitting with a tall spine, just holding this throughout while I play the harmonium and just gazing into your heart lotus. So looking down past your nose while keeping the spine straight, looking down into your beautiful open heart lotus, and we'll chant Humee Hum Brahm Hum. Taking a deep breath, holding the breath, squeezing root lock, and releasing the breath, and bringing the hands together into prayer pose at the heart center. And we'll close the class with the sunshine song. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Satnam. 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 Love to all, peace to all, and healing to all and for all beings everywhere. Satnam. Namaste.